So we were talking about like actual movies and movie outings, but what about
Mm.
some of our like Netflix and
Mhm.
in home offerings that we've got?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to talk about there?
Yeah, well, we when did we see it again? Jess, was it New Year's Day?
We watched it New Year's Day.
Yeah,
Did you
Because
guys
we were
binge it?
yes.
yeah, because we couldn't
What?
stop. Once we started, we could not stop.
2 o'clock in the morning, we're finally going, it's over.
Mhm.
Not because it's a bad show. We loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're old.
But what is it? What is it though?
It
It
is.
is
Cousin.
Cousin It. No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday.
We finally got around to watching Wednesday.
Which was fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Tim Burton's take on Addams Family.
And it
Again.
wasn't, yet it was not overly Tim Burton.
It was not really.
It was a
There were
mild Tim
moments
Burton.
in there,
Mhm.
like the moment about 3/4 of the way through, where Wednesday and Fester were out doing the investigation. I was like, "That's Tim Burton,
Yeah.
right there."
Yeah.
First of all, casting director for this series deserves like the highest
Awards.
of 5. Like
Mhm.
everyone in it plays their character perfectly.
Yes.
Cast perfectly.
Yes.
Really,
Absolutely.
really was.
And I mean, look, I hate to say it, but Fred Armisen played a more accurate Fester than the
Mhm.
one that we know
Yeah, Jackie
from the
Coogan.
class. Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
well,
from the-
And it's like Luis Guzman. I mean,
Mm.
people were panning that
Oh, he
when
was
he was announced, and I'm
wonderful.
like, have you guys not seen the
Mhm.
original comic strip?
yeah.
Yeah.
He is straight up Gomez,
Yeah.
and he was fantastic. Oh, they
Yeah.
were both.
Although the weird thing was they were going back in time and they were showing the whole. Well, I'm not going to spoil
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
not
yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah.
He was taller,
Yeah.
and then
Right,
like,
yeah.
like he
Well, you
shrunk,
shrink
he
when
lost 2 feet.
Well,
you
this
shrink
is
when you get older.
I
this
mean,
is
Not that much.
look,
which
Je-
is the
Je-
world of the occult exists, so anything's possible.
Right.
I promise you, when we're in our old age,
You
Jess
do-
will be 4 foot something. I promise you.
I didn't really know honestly what to expect going into this.
Yeah, we went into it blind, which was
Um,
nice.
Just thinking, okay, so it's about Wednesday Addams. No, this was like
Yeah.
nothing. This was nothing that I expected it to be, and I'm so glad for that. So glad for that.
Hmm.
Do you take Wednesday and you basically put her in a whodunit, who's
Mhm.
doing it, murder mystery type scenario, I guess, trying to figure out, put the pieces together and solve the mystery with her in
Mhm.
the middle of this.
Mhm.
And I mean, everything, like you said, from the cast, the production, the sets, all this that went in, it was just beautiful. I mean, even the soundtrack and the music
Well,
was,
I mean, you
was
got
amazing.
Danny Elfman.
Danny
yeah,
Elfman, is
exactly.
Yep.
So,
never bad.
yeah. I mean, you have all the factors that you love about
Mm.
Tim Burton when he put something
Yep.
together, and
And-
this was spot on. This was why we could not stop watching.
Yeah.
We really could
Jenna
not.
Ortega is
Ooh,
look. I'm
yes.
gonna tell you. I mean, obviously we've got more exposure to her
Mhm.
now, hours wise, than we ever did to Christina Ricci, and I
Right.
will love her to the end of the days because she is like the original
Mm.
OG that we grew up with.
Yeah.
But Jenna Ortega does
Yeah.
an incredible
She's
job
awesome.
at this, and the
She's
fact that we had
awesome.
Christina Ricci in the show.
Yes.
Mhm. Right?
And was not just a one-off side character.
Yeah,
either.
that was what I was expecting. I was like, oh, she's gonna have a cool cameo.
Like a
Nope.
cameo.
Yeah,
No, she
no.
was part of the story.
She was a star.
Now we're not going to hit
Yeah.
on how
Yeah.
Yeah.
integral she is
No.
to the story,
No.
but she's in the movie and she's part of the story
Mhm.
Yeah.
for sure.
And I even love the titles of each episode.
Yeah.
Everything had the word "whoa" in it.
Yeah. So I loved seeing what the title of each episode was.
Yeah,
And I
I'm so-
love seeing Gwendolyn Christie in anything.
She was great.
Oh, she was
man,
Her
wonderful.
character was phenomenal,
Yeah.
and I love that woman. She's so
And
awesome.
When you get so used to seeing her, she's a phenomenal actress,
Mhm.
and just night and day from the whole Game of Thrones,
Yep.
look, and she was just statuesque and beautiful
Yes.
Mhm.
and classic.
Mhm.
Just yeah. Mhm.
What did you guys think about Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia?
Give me all day.
Just loved it.
I love Angelica Houston, Catherine was up there.
Mhm.
She was up there. Man, gorgeous.
Hmm.
Of course, you know me. I'm such an Elvira fan. I love
Yeah, well,
I love women in black dresses.
That's why I asked that question.
yeah. Yeah, she did really good, especially the one like I said, the one episode I talked about earlier. They do an episode involving her and Gomez's past at the school that Wednesday now attends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That episode was really good. With
Yeah.
she really shined in that part of
Yeah,
it.
she did.
Mhm.
Yeah, and all the students that they were able to showcase in that thing, is
Mhm.
wonderful. And I got to bring this up at the beginning when they're the old lady's driving the pickup truck and he's got the passenger and something happens as they are approaching
Mhm.
Nevermore.
Mhm.
Mhm.
What did that lady driving the truck remind you of?
Oh, I know. It was a foggy night like tonight.
It's a night just like
Like
tonight.
this, yep.
That was
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that was
oh,
that was
sorry.
Tim's nod to Large Marge from
Mm.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Which I would love it if somehow like I don't remember it, but like I hope maybe Paul will make some form of cameo in this.
Season 2 is on the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
Just
right.
Like,
announced.
I would love
Yeah.
all kinds of Burton tropes. Like the one things I like one thing the city that it's in, it's very Edward Scissorhands, Americana.
Oh my
town.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Very
was that
clean.
aesthetic. That's that
Yeah.
Americana aesthetic that he
Mhm.
likes to put. But that was like first thing I was like, ooh, this is very
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big fish.
What did you guys think about
Right.
Thing? He was a
I
lot
love the
more
design of
accurate.
Thing.
Thing.
Thing is
Yeah.
awesome.
Thing
Yes.
was one of the best things about the whole show.
Mhm.
He actually
Wow.
looked like a hand that had been cut off and
Yeah.
sewn back together instead of
Yeah.
being more clean like he was in the 90s version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course the meme going around of the side-by-side picture of Thing and Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead. It's like, oh, now we know where they got him.
Not to get off topic, but speaking of which, did y'all see the trailer for Evil Dead Rise?
No, I hadn't seen it yet.
All right, watch that. We'll discuss that next time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. I love the Evil Dead franchise.
So if any of you out there have not seen it yet,
Yes, watch
It's-
Wednesday.
please watch that.
there-
Wait,
I hate we were so late to it, but
but happy that we got to it.
yes.
There's a
sure.
character for everybody in that show. Like it's really it's
There
one of
is.
those shows where it's mass appealing, but it's a fun mass appealing. Like you will
Mhm.
enjoy it. Like there's so many the side characters so interesting and like I say, it's spooky Harry Potter, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I've only heard of a couple of people that I've talked to that have said that they really couldn't get into the show. The majority of people that I've talked to have been, yeah. So I was like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's different structure, different folks. I get it.
True.
But I think that's at least one of the people I talked to, they just couldn't get over it not being like the 90s version. And I was like,
Mhm.
I
Well,
can
that's-
understand that.
You know what? It's a different telling,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
based it's
And
based
it's
more
Tim
off the comics.
Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think each telling at the time that it's told is a perfect representation of that particular story that they're telling of the Addams family.
Well, the Addams family, they have a good quality to be in any time frame, and it's still
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are nods to the old show and
Yep.
the old and the older movies and stuff, you know.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and this whole thing had that kind of a Knives Out kind of story going to it, where it was like, is it this person? Is it this
Mhm.
person? Is it
It
this
was a good
person doing this?
whodunit.
It was,
Yeah.
it was, and it kept you guessing all the way to the end, and it got a little obvious toward the end a little
Mhm.
bit, but it really, if you were looking at it from the story perspective, there's no way you could put it down. So when I
Yeah.
asked,
Yeah.
or when we first started talking about this, when I asked, did you guys binge it? That's what I wanted to know, because that was exactly what happened with me. It was like I couldn't stop.
Mhm.
And speaking of trying to figure out the ending, I couldn't do it until the final episode. I was sitting there going, it's this and this, and she's
Yeah.
like, no, I think it's this and this, and we were both going back and forth, and then it was like, okay, that is now blatantly obvious.
Colonel
one
Mustard with the candlestick.
Exactly.
one that I was pretty much kind of set on from the beginning of the introduction to this character. I said, well, this person I almost convinced has a part to play in
Yeah.
what's going to unfold in the end.
Mhm.
So
My
yeah.
thing, Jess, was I thought, wouldn't it be cool if it was that person?
Yeah. Right.
And there we go.
It's such a good show,
Yeah.
and you definitely take the time to watch it, please. If you love Tim Burton, if you love the Addams Family,
Mhm.
I cannot wait for the second season.
Yeah.
It'll be just as good as the first. I I'll call it now.
This is like, when we got sucked into Cobra Kai. We started watching it. We could not stop. We
Can't.
couldn't stop.
Honey, I really have to go to the bathroom. I gotta hit pause. Look, it's been 6 hours.
Yeah. So, and between the Wednesday and Stranger Things, and there's been some great stuff coming out of Netflix this year, and looking forward to what
Glass
lies
Onion.
ahead for both franchises.
Glass Onion.
Mhm. Glass Onion.
You want another fun whodunit? Glass Onion.
Another good recommendation there. I agree.
Yep. I'm enjoying. I've seen some people say some things about Netflix lately, and it's watching their financial situations and stuff like that, and I'm like, I am not giving up my subscription, because when we do take breaks from Netflix, but we keep the sub going, and when we hop back into it, man, we're never disappointed.
Yeah.
No.
They really aren't.